Hi, welcome to Nikki's Modern Mediterranean. I'm Nikki Gleckis, wife, mother, CEO, and entertaining expert. On today's episode, we're going to be making Kotopoulo Oreganato, which translates to oregano chicken, and I'm going to add some potatoes to make this a one-pan family meal. To get started on our roasted chicken dish, I'm going to use 6 pieces of bone-in dark meat. So we have our leg and our thigh, and I'm going to wash that and just pat it dry. You really want to make sure that once you rinse the chicken, you want to pat it dry to absorb all the water so that we can make sure the skin gets nice and crispy and it absorbs our delicious marinade that we're making. So we're going to pat down our chicken and arrange it into our baking sheet. Roasted chicken is a universal dish in almost every cuisine. Everybody makes a different recipe for roasted chicken. It's easy, it's delicious. I can't wait for you guys to see how crispy the skin is gonna get with our marinade. And also, this is a great recipe that you can make ahead of time and cook it the next day. We're gonna add potatoes to this dish, so it's gonna be a full meal for you and your family. So once we get all of our chicken dried and arranged in our dish, so we'll make this look nice, put those pieces here. This is 6 pieces. It's a little bit less than 6 pounds. So this will be great for a family of 5 or 6. So we have that arranged in our dish. I'm gonna go wash my hands and get ready to cut the potatoes. I like to add potatoes to this dish so that we can have a full meal. I'm gonna add a salad with it and we'll be ready for dinner. So I have 8 smaller potatoes that I've just really washed the skin, and I'm gonna keep the skin on. So I'm just gonna cut them in smaller wedges and put them right into this bowl, and I'll coat them with our marinade before I arrange them in the dish to bake. So we have our potatoes cut, and now we're gonna get started on our marinade. So our marinade is like all of our other Greek recipes that I love to show you how to make. We're gonna use the same flavors in almost all of our dishes. Olive oil, lemon, salt, pepper, oregano, and of course garlic. So we're gonna get started with 1 cup of olive oil. We're gonna do a half a cup of fresh lemon juice. Put that in there. And then we're gonna use 6 cloves of garlic. Can't go wrong with garlic. You always want to make sure you have enough. So I'm just going to slice this. You don't need to chop it. It's great, bigger pieces, gives it great flavor. And this dish, like I said, really translates to oregano chicken, so we're going to have lots of oregano in this marinade. So we've added our garlic. Now we're going to do a half a teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 2 tablespoons of oregano. So we'll dump that in there. We're gonna whisk this together. Oh, that smells delicious. You can smell the garlic, the oregano, lemon. So I've whisked our marinade together. Look how easy that was. Didn't take me any time at all. So we're just gonna put a little bit of the marinade over our potatoes. We're gonna toss that together. I always love using my hands. Of course, they're clean. So I toss these with the marinade. So now the fun part, I get to put the marinade all over the chicken. So I'm gonna use my hands again. I'm just gonna pour a good amount over each one, and then I'm gonna rub the skin underneath and above to make sure that we really marinate this chicken really well to get all the nice flavors in there. And again, if you wanna do this the night before, this is perfect. You can get this all ready, stick it in the fridge, and then you'll be ready to cook. As soon as you get home, it'll take about an hour in the oven and you'll be ready to serve dinner. The flavor is gonna be delicious. I can already smell all the great flavors of look at all that garlic. So I'm really rubbing the marinade under the skin and above. I'm even getting the large pieces of garlic, just sticking them under the skin so that it really can absorb inside the chicken when it's cooking. This is really a great staple dish in Greek cooking. You can make this in the winter or in the summer. It really goes well in all seasons. Oregano is just so widely grown in Greece, so it's We use it in almost all of our recipes, which you'll see in all of my shows. I'm gonna put that garlic under there. So we've gotten the chicken. To me, this is fun. I know some people don't really love rubbing chicken, but I love getting my hands dirty with that. So now I'm gonna put our potatoes, arrange them around the chicken so that they can cook together. Why waste more dirty dishes? Let's just put it all together, cook them nice so it gets the same flavors. So we'll stick them in between the different chicken pieces. So many people will talk about the Mediterranean diet and how it's with so much of clean eating. And the truth is, when you see a lot of our dishes, for our savory dishes, we don't really use butter. We'll only use the butter in our sweets. So in our savory, we're really just using a lot of olive oil and fresh herbs. I'm gonna pour the leftover marinade from the potatoes right on top of the chicken. So I just washed my hands so we can add the finishing touches before it's ready to go in the oven. We're gonna use fresh thyme. You can use fresh oregano, fresh rosemary, whatever herbs you really like. I just had fresh thyme here, so I'm just gonna add that to each piece of chicken to give it extra flavor. So sprinkle that all on top. I love color, which I always say, so the color of this is so pretty. And the smell of this thyme smells so good. There we go, our thyme is all over our chicken. And the last bit, but the last item before we go in the oven, we're gonna add chicken stock. So I'm just gonna add a little bit on the corners of each of the corners in the pan because I wanna make sure we have enough liquid for our potatoes to cook. So I always say you wanna make sure that you're covering about halfway of the potatoes with liquid so that they're gonna be cooking in the oven. But I don't wanna pour it right on top because I don't wanna wash away all of the herbs. So I'm just gonna kind of strategically place that around, and you can shimmy your pan around so that the chicken stock gets to your potatoes. Put some right here. There you go. And we're ready to go in the oven. We're gonna put this in the oven at 425 for about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on your oven. Our chicken and potatoes are all ready to be served. It smells delicious. So I have paired this with a simple Greek salad that I'll be happy to give you the recipe in another episode. And this is a complete meal, and we're ready to serve it. So I'm gonna take a little piece here so I can show you. It smells so good. And this, hopefully, will suffice for all of your picky eaters out there, because who doesn't love chicken? So we'll serve that with some chicken, put some of those delicious potatoes, and I'm gonna scoop some of the juice. If you have some bread at home, this is a good one for soaking up the juice. So I'm gonna put that right on top. This, with the bone in, it's gonna keep it nice and moist. So good. I'll put that. And I'm just gonna serve a little salad. And dinner is served. Thank you so much for watching. For the full recipe, visit nikkigluckus.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.